Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Ready, set.
59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. And it's getting him home.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Ready, 10-2, sir.
59. Check me out.
Go.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, 59. Watch the screen.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the...
Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
You go tight. You got tight.
22 Jet Bombers. 22 Jet Bombers. Hit it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Protein spill. Get it.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down. And you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
Ready. 10 Lobo.
59, Mike to 59. Yo. Jim.
5.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Room here to run. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Panthers have recovered.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Hey, Sam off. Let go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Tariq Cohen, 83 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Now it's Barkley. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Just despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Saquon Barkley. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Down. 10-2 stop.
Rip left.
Greystone, travel. Let's go.
Jones now on first down. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, and they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Yes. Ready?
On the run, it's Barkley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go.
Watch it.
Throwing Jones, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley, and he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Ready.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Come to my work.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And Tate's got it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Another try for Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Jones. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants have taken the lead. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
6-6, pull it high. Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. Incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
You ready?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Under 10.
Get it.
2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Topper!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Pilot, 64, weak. Ready?
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Shoot!
On play action, they'll throw. Runs through the contact. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Back at the 43-yard line.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman at Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down the defense.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. That's taken on the 25. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And that's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Go! Watch the ship! Watch the ship! 5.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Hey, check. 3 down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he completes it to Cohen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
70, Indy.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
On first down, they go option to the right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Cohen, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
6-6, pull it high.
Kill. Check 37, check 37.
Shoot.
They're going to try and throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Go. 18, Gator. Topper. Hey, Charlie. Slam. Hey.
Mike, check.
Hey, exit.
59. Bring it down.
On first down, Jones. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Jones to throw on third down. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, team 6, team 6.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
59, Mike to 59. And we heavy on the edge. He's heavy on the edge.
On third down, Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. They'll run with Barkley. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
Ready. Recon, 132 fighter. Screen, that's the screen. Drop the screen.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Go, tackle, let's go. We got this.
You draw Porter. Switch it. Fine.
Gorman will run it. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
And a 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
6 down. Check 6 down.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
They dialed up the blitz on third down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down?
Alert! 3 down. 24 is the mic.
All right.
Here we go.
Let's go. Get it.
Go on.
Hey, let's get there.
Hey, Delta. They go.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Ready?
Check. 59. Hey, defense, let's go.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm coming after you. General West.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now Jones operating from the gun. He completes it to Tate. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Got it.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Mike.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game, they get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And an alley to run. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6.
SOS.
First throw now for the backup Carr. Looking long for Thomas. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley running right, and a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's make these better. 64, weak.
37-yard line.
Ready?
Again, it's Barkley. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 34.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now Gorman. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Buzz. Hey, lock it. Undercross, go.
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Intended for DJ Moore. It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. Throwing now is Carr. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Carr going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st, and he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A first down run by Barkley unsuccessful as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
59. Mike, 50.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for Shepard deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing Jones. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 85 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Barkley. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. A handoff to Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for the Giants, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.